Hey, what's up YouTube? Lightsaber Samurai here. I'm back again with another video, and this time it is to report some pretty big news in the video game world. And yes, that is Microsoft has bought Bethesda Softworks for a whopping $7.5 billion. And what does that mean for the gaming industry, and what does that mean for the PlayStation 5? Well, let's talk about it. Okay, so yes, Bethesda is now officially under the Microsoft umbrella, and the first thing I thought was, man, that is a crazy blow to PlayStation and to Sony. This is showing that Microsoft is not playing about this next generation. Pulling a stunt like that, as all of you I'm sure know, if you don't, Bethesda is responsible for video game franchises like the Elder Scrolls game, like my beloved Fallout series, Wolfenstein, Doom. They've made some really good IPs over the years, and now that talent is exclusively under the Microsoft banner. Now, the first thing I thought was like, oh crap, like that means PlayStation is getting none of these games. When the next Doom come out, is it going to be a Xbox exclusive? A lot of the games have already been added and are being added to the Game Pass service. So according to Microsoft, when they were asked about this, they said that games will come out multi-platform on a case-by-case basis. Yeah, whatever that means, right? Like case-by-case basis, like, I mean, based on what, you know? Unfortunately, this is not unprecedented. Microsoft has done this before, and my biggest fear is that could we possibly see Bethesda go the way of Rare? For instance, if you guys don't remember, Microsoft bought Rare in the early 2000s, and Rare was just coming off the 5th generation, and all of its work it did on the N64 with Conker's Bad Fur Day, and just a bunch of good stuff that they were putting out, Banjo-Kazooie and the like. And once Microsoft got a hold of them, they put out Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was nowhere near as good as the first two games in the series, and then they relegated them to making games for the Xbox Kinect, basically just killing off the company. And that could be somewhat of a danger here, depending on the specifics of the contract and the deal, which we don't know. If they're, 100% under Microsoft like Rare was, then Bethesda really won't have a say in it. If, Microsoft decides to shut them down or whatever the case, they'd have to, disperse and then make a new company or whatever the case. But yeah, that's some really troubling news. Again, I mentioned that Bethesda was bought for $7.5 billion. That is a huge amount of money. To put that in perspective, that is almost double what Disney paid George Lucas for LucasArts in the Star Wars franchise. They paid him $4 billion. So Microsoft paid almost double that just for Bethesda. So that goes to show you how huge this is. I'll keep you updated on more of this as the situation develops, but man, that is a heck of a blow to strike at Sony, before, the next generation even gets started. But, I mean, this was smart for Microsoft in the sense that the issue with this current generation is Microsoft just didn't seem to have the same kind of third-party support when it came to making exclusives. And now they've got a heavy hitter like Bethesda under their belt. I suspect that they'll probably have them work on new IPs. And so we can see a lot of new IPs from Bethesda be released only on the Xbox. And, some of the larger series where like Fallout and Elder Scrolls, they'll probably still continue to release those multi-platform, because, I mean, all those sales will be partially going into Microsoft's pocket, or almost exclusively. So it would be dumb for Microsoft to make the big franchises exclusives. I don't think that the console sales that they'll generate will offset the cost of what they would make if they released it multi-platform. That is, I don't think people will be buying enough Xboxes to cover the cost of what they would have made had they released it multi-platform. So I suspect that a lot of the bigger franchises will still probably be released multi-platform, but Microsoft will probably have Bethesda focus on making new and original IPs that can be Xbox exclusive. So that's pretty much all I got in this video. I just wanted to reach out to you real quick. Shout out to my boy Professor Joe Casey. He was the first one that I saw that broke this story. So yeah, this is crazy, and this can go either way. I suspect that they won't kill off the company. There's too much money to be made. Rare, even though Rare was doing really well at the time that Microsoft purchased it, Rare was coming off of the N64. They had done a little bit with the GameCube, but you could argue that they were a company kind of in decline, whereas Bethesda right now is on top of its game, arguably, you know, and they've still got a lot of gas left in the tank. So I suspect that Microsoft will want to exploit that and, you know, make some money off of it. But that's all I got for this video. What do you guys think about it? Let's talk about it in the questions, in the comment section below. Questions, comments, concerns, threats. What do you guys think this means for the gaming industry and what Microsoft will do with Bethesda now that it owns it? As always, if you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. You'll be glad you did. I do believe that's all I got for you. Lightsaber Samurai out. Peace.